Welcome, Commanders. Today I want to show you my Fer de Lance build that I came up with after a lot of tweaks. It's my favorite ship. Yeah, has its problems obviously, but okay, let's just go into it without too much talking. Okay, yeah, livery, you can see I have a grey skin, doesn't change anything. Optional internal. Here you can basically do whatever you want. Obviously the loadout that I have right now is not optimized for combat, but it really doesn't matter. I would take in the 2 slot a module reinforcement package and in the other slot a hull reinforcement package. The cargo rack I need it because I want to farm materials in conflict zones. So I put limpets into the cargo rack. I also have the limpet controller. But yeah, you can basically do whatever you want. However, you cannot really use shield cell banks. I mean, you could, but it might be that you get energy problems here. Also, yeah, what I wanted to mention, this build doesn't necessarily require modding. Also, the ship is not heavily modded. So yeah, this build is basically designed to work without mods. And yeah, if you don't mod your power plant, it will be really hard to fit in shield cell bank. And yeah, as I said, the build is more or less optimized to not use them. Okay, so there's just this bi-weave shield. You can use the 5A instead, because of all the shield boosters. You will have insane shield. Yeah, here I have a mod. It's not necessary, but yeah, just makes you a little bit more tanky. Okay, and I also think the ingredients aren't that hard to get for the increased shields. Core internal, there's really not much to say. Just A-grade everything if you can. You definitely need the 6A power, power distributor, of course, and the power plant. The power plant is slightly increased, but doesn't matter for this build. You don't need it. The thrust, but this more or less requires you to use a bit low power weapons in terms of power consumption. One mod that I really recommend is the dirty drives grade 3, or you can even take the grade 1. I think grade 1 dirty drives is like 1 phosphor or something to grade. It's really really easy. But yeah, this, first of all, you have better maneuverability in combat. Also the thermal load in this case really doesn't do anything. Even if it's 50% in this case, it seems like a really bad roll. But yeah, the heat doesn't do anything. Yeah, again, you don't use the shield cell bank, so you don't have any heat problems. Yeah, okay, and oh yeah, this is the other that I would recommend to get, the weapon focused power distributor. I think it's also not that hard to craft. I'm not that happy with it because of especially because of the engine's recharge and engine's capacity. But because the weapons recharge is increased significantly, I can put 4 pips into shields all the time. Almost all the time. Sometimes I have to switch a few pips into weapons when the enemy doesn't look at me. I would recommend reinforced alloys, but they are not necessary. So yeah, I would really recommend it in case your shields ever go down and you have to get out of somewhere, that you don't blow up instantly. You can, of course, also use the military alloys or whatever alloys you want. But yeah, it's not really needed. I can't really afford it at the moment. And so far I didn't have any problems with the reinforced ones. Utility mounts, this is a no-brainer. Just I use 6 shield boosters. But yeah, this is not really serious. But it's not far from it. The serious build would be 5 shield boosters and 1 kill warrant scanner. And why? Yeah, because they just increase your shield very much. If you can mod them, then it's godlike. I only have grade 1 mods on some of them. Doesn't really give that much of an advantage. I used to run kill warrant scanner and 1 chef, but I found out yeah, Jeff runs out of ammo too fast, and yeah, with the shield boost they get a permanent resistance buff, more or less. Hardpoints. Interesting part right here. So for the huge one I used the 4A multi-cannon. Obviously there will be different options right here, but the multi-cannon, first of all, it doesn't have a big power draw, it's only 1.22, even though it's already overcharged. So what kind of damage does it do? Can we see it somewhere? 31.3 damage per second, and it has grade 5 in this case, because from weapons I think multi-cannons are some of the easiest to modify, at least the overcharged version. And here I also tried to get the special effect incendiary, because I like to use it on shields. I use it basically on shields and hull, and the huge multi-cannon has so much ammo. Okay, then every build that I make has some fixed weapons, because 90% of the NPCs seem to run chaff launchers, which is really annoying. So I just shoot cannons in their face. You can take something else, but yeah, if you stay with unmodded, and I think plasma cannons will not be very good choice. You can take burst lasers, maybe railguns. I like the cannons very much because it brings a little bit of skill into the play. And again, 2 gimballed pulse lasers. Here you can choose more or less any weapon. You can also choose maybe gimballed multi-cannons, but then they definitely need the incendiary rounds, because you need something to get down the shields. The reason why I picked gimballed is because of small ships and because of fighters. Usually I prefer fixed, as many as possible, but due to the amount of hard points you have on this ship, I mean 5, it's really nice. I have a nice mix here. I used to run turreted instead of gimballed, but the damage decrease was a bit too much for me, and I've seen gimballed work almost as well and deal more damage. Okay. Oh yeah, by the way, if you are looking for a really good bounty hunting system, 8-9 Leonis, it's right next to Wolf something. That is the place where Tod the Blaster McQuinn lives, and he coincidentally requires you to hand in 100,000 credits of bounties. So yeah, if you still need to unlock that, just go to his neighbor system 8-9 Leonis, which is so far the best bounty hunting system I've found. As you can see, directly next to the station, 7 light seconds, we have 2 hazardous resource extraction sites in the high. Okay, so we found a clipper. Let's greet him. Also, the beauty of this build with 4 pips and shields, you can always ram and you will lose almost nothing. I mean, it's not a hazardous resource site if there's no dangerous people in here, am I right? Oh, elite? Oh! Ah, he's using shield cell banks. It's full again. okay, bro? Where we can actually target the power plant. I use the plus and minus keys to switch through subsystems. He has a bit too many shield cell banks for my taste, to be honest. Okay, when he's turning back to us, we can recharge weapons. He really has a little bit too many shield cell banks. This is not good for my demo. Okay, nice. Now he's going down pretty quickly, I guess. I hope so. Oh. Yep. Yeah, I need fixed weapons because every NPC has chat nowadays. But this is a really good fight because I can show you the reboot trick. See, shields are almost down. Now we go to functions, reboot.
Diagnostic repair sequence initiated. Power plant capacity exceeded. Shields offline. Functions offline. Repair sequence successful. Shields online.
And shields are back with 50%. That's really incredible. Because of all the shield boosters, it just takes longer to recharge. But yeah, with this you can recharge 50% in 15 seconds. I'm not sure who's in that wing, but if it's eagles, I guess there's nothing too bad. Okay, first one is down.
Target destroyed. Under attack. Target shields offline.
Okay. So there's one left. I guess it is the dropship, but I'm not sure. Target the power plant.
Under attack. Warning. Thermal attack. Gaining heat.
Oh, I thought I boosted, but I didn't. Okay. Yeah, when this happens, you have to recharge your weapons. Always good when you are behind them. Again, recharge. Okay. As soon as they start shooting you, everything into shields. Okay. I mean, we could reboot now. Yeah, let's do it. So, the reason why I do this is I really don't like shield cell banks. They only have capacity of 4 or 5 most of the time. And in the Fer de Lance you can, anyway, you can only put a class 4 shield cell back. So yeah, just get huge shields and then you don't need shield cell banks, easy as that. Of course, it's something else for PvP and maybe in conflict zones it's more important. Yeah, I just personally don't really like the shield cell banks.
Target destroyed.
No bad guys around. So typical. Oh, there's actually a fight going on. Or not? Federal gunship. How about that? Yeah, actually, I think honestly, if you really use all the shield boosters, then I think the bi-weave is really good. Yeah, because as you have seen, passively you regain so much shield over time, and in these zones it's almost impossible for even for wings to get down your shields. So yeah. Oh, he's clean. Nice, a wing. Didn't hit. I can't even see him. No! Did he do this on purpose? I shot the Python. Oh god, okay. Let's get out of here.
Warning, impulse attack. Trajectory disruption.
Come on, how long do I need to be mass locked here? Yeah, this is also really one of the good things about the dirty drives. You can just run away from everyone.
Frameshift drive charging.
Nice, now I have a bounty.
4, 3.
Yeah, but I guess that's it. The video is long enough. Hope you learned something. Or yeah, if you want to tell me something, do it in the comments. See you next time.